Hey YouTube, this is Empire. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Uh, well, my digital games are locked, and Sony has sent my problem to the back room. Unfortunately, that's not some cryptic term that I made up or trying to be clever and cutesy, get attention for. It's an actual term that Sony customer service uses for problems that they don't have any idea how to fix. So, but real quick, I've been a gamer most of my life, and I've grown a physical games collection of over 4,600 games over the years. So I'm an obvious advocate for physical games. I've wanted to do content for years, but this whole issue is what motivated me to do a video about. I hadn't had Plus for years. I used to be big into Battlefield 4 and the Call of Duty games. I just got burnt out from shooters, so I just let my subscription go. But a few years ago, my son moved out of state and don't get to see him much, and we both hate talking on the phone. So he said, "Hey Dad, why don't you get Plus and we can play Rocket League and other games?" Yeah, good idea. So in the end, I decided I'll go with Premium. Again, physical gamer, but the selection of games on Premium is pretty good. I love playing VR, and unfortunately most games are digital, so if I'm going to buy them, I got to get digital. But you get a discount with your subscription, and I love checking out demos. So I figured, go big, go home, signed up for Premium. And I had it for a couple of years, and everything was good until February 9th. I don't know what happened, but that night I was bored and I was just scrolling through. There's tons of games in the subscription, and I'm scrolling through. I'm not finding anything interesting until I get down to the PS3 section. And I don't know if you know or not, but to play PlayStation 3 games, you can stream them. You can't download them and play them. I don't really like streaming, but I hadn't played Call of Duty in years. But usually they look like crap and they play even worse. But I'm kind of amped to play that, so I try it. And I think it says something like content not available. What? So I see other Ratchet and Clank games, I'll try those. No game will stream for me. No PS3 game at all will stream for me. So after messing around with that for half hour trying to figure out what's going on, I was like, I'm done. I just shut the console off. I was done for the night. On the 10th, it was kind of aggravating me because I pay all this money for this service. And I'm like, I want to play Call of Booty. Quest for Booty, not Call of Booty. So I try again, and it still won't download. Stream. Like, nothing will stream. I'm like, come on, really? So I give up, and I go to my library on my console. And I noticed that a huge number of my games have a lock on the upper right-hand corner of them. What is this? So I see that it's all digital content. It's games from the streaming service. It's games that I've outright bought. It's demos. And it's also PS4 disc games that I had the digital upgrade for PS5. All locked. So, do what anybody would do. You get online, you Google, like, what do I do? So on Sony's thing, it says, you rebuild your database, you can try to restore your licenses, yada yada. Nothing's working. I go to Reddit. I'm not finding anybody that even says they have this problem. So I'll also let you know, so this is what happens. If you have the problem, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So if I have a game that I own and I try to play it on my console, it'll take me to the item page. And you click on that, and it says, you already own the game. Mm-hmm. Yep, I do, I know. I'm trying to play it right now. That's that. If I try to go to a game from subscription, same thing. Takes you to the item page. Click on it. You already own the game. Mm-hmm. or it will say to upgrade your Plus subscription. Well, I got Premium, so that's as high as we go. Other times, it'll take me to the store and want me to buy the game. No, not doing that. So, what's interesting though is that if I delete those games, I can't get them back. Again, it'll take me to the item page and it says I own the game and I can't re-download the games. They're just inaccessible to me. If I try to download a game that I've never tried to before, like I picked Roblox. I don't have any interest in playing Roblox, but I just want to pick a game. I can download it. It takes me to the store, charges me $0.00. That's not usually how it works. But I can do it. I can delete it. I can download it again. I don't understand what's going on with that, but it just has to be a game that I've never downloaded before. As far as purchasing, I don't know, and I'm not wasting my money to find out if a game I never bought before, if I can buy it and download it and have access to it. All that said, so I call customer service, or I try to call customer service on Saturday, but they're only open Monday through Friday. Hundreds of thousands of consoles between PS4 and PS5, but we're open Monday through Friday. So I call on Monday, and I'm on hold for like 40 minutes, and she tells me that they have no idea what's going on, and I'm going to have to be patient, and I'm going to have to wait for an email from a tech from the back room. I got a pit in my stomach when I heard that. I let her finish her spiel, and I said, "Excuse me, did you say I got to wait for an email from the back room?" "Yes." Spiel. I don't know about you, but customer service tells me that they're sending my issue to the back room. I get a couple of visions in my head. One is like, I got this issue, and they open the door, and it's just a dark black void, and there it goes. Maybe I'll just go away and I won't bother them anymore, or maybe, the answer will be out there in the void somewhere. Maybe somebody will stumble into it one day and answer my question, fix my problem. And the other vision I get in my head is you open up the back room door there, and it's just a cluster, broken stuff nobody wants anymore. And maybe someday we'll clean it up. Maybe someday we'll try to fix what's broken in here. But till then, just kind of shut the door and we'll deal with that when we get to it, huh? It's surprising they call it something like that. But on the positive side, on March 8th, I did get an email from somebody in the back room, and they tried to call me, but customer service got my phone number wrong, so they weren't able to speak to me. So I gave them the right phone number and a whole bunch of details, like what I just said about what happens when I try to get my library. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. When you pay all that money over the years for all the games that you bought, you pay all the money for your subscription, and you just have no access to it. So what does this tell me? What should it tell you? That unquestionably, I own my physical games. They work every time, without fail. Do they need to update whatever? Yeah. So what? It doesn't affect anything. It doesn't put a lock on my game. I can't play the PS5 version, but I can play my PS4 version if I choose. As opposed to the digital version of things where, no. Because for whatever reason, I'm not allowed to play all the games that I paid for or that's in my service. I don't own them, and I'm at the whim of whatever happens on that side of things. It's the power imbalance that we got going on here with this digital stuff is scary. And I tell you, I don't want to buy one more single digital game, or be in any kind of subscription service, digital service. I can't, let alone trying to comprehend and imagine, like PS6 where I've got this all digital library, and then something like this happens. But you're not playing anything. And if and when they ever decide to get back to you, maybe you get your stuff back. Maybe you'll have access to all the games that you have. My problem could be your problem easily, or maybe worse. And the best way to avoid it is to buy games physically when you can. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with digital gaming, but it should be a choice that, you can buy either or. We shouldn't be forced into one avenue. Everybody's heard the saying by now that you'll own nothing and like it. And this is exactly what this is pertaining to, amongst other things, but this is one of them. All of your media, your books, your games, your music, your movies, not everybody, but a lot of people are more than happy to go into these subscription services or buy things digitally and abandon their option to own things physically just for the sake of convenience. You're not having to get up and go get a book off your bookshelf or get up off the chair and put a different disc or cartridge into your console. It's the power imbalance again. Like I said, it's scary, and I guess the saying is true. You're not going to own anything. You're going to like it until something like this happens. And of course, publishers are more than happy to push digital gaming. Basically, all of what they're doing is they have a game and they upload it to a store, and they put a price on what they say it's worth, and then we as customers go in and okay, well, I'll buy that. And the instant that you pay for it, it's worth nothing. That what you pay for is worth nothing. Okay, you pay $70 for Alan Wake 2. Okay, well, I can't buy that. That's a bad example. I can't buy that physically. Well, Baldur's Gate 3, and you're going to say, no, you can't. Yeah, I can. I just bought a Japanese version, and they're doing a collector's version. So for sake of argument, you pay $70 for Baldur's Gate 3. I only pay like $54 for that. Play Asia. Check them out. Your $70 is worth nothing. You can't do anything with it. You can't sell it. You can't trade it. You can't let somebody borrow it. Mine? I guarantee you that game is just going to rise in value over the years because there's just so few copies that are going to be available. But I will always have that game. I will always be able to play that game no matter what. You can argue with me that I don't really own it, but I sure do. But examples like this show you that you clearly don't own yours. So there's a lot that can be said in this discussion. Just the last thing to say is, no matter if you're an all physical gamer or you're all digital, you kind of run down the middle. Please keep in mind, we should have the option. You should have the option to buy physical. You can have the option to buy digital. You shouldn't be forced into one and give all the power to the side that owns the digital content, and you're at the whim of whatever they decide. Giving up our option of ownership is never a good thing. All that said, I plan on doing more videos for the channel. Maybe do a video game room tour, do some deep dives, must-haves in games, and maybe some hidden gems, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, you enjoy the content, please give me a like and consider subscribing. And until the next one, see you later.